The Midnight Sky, released in 2020, edited by Stephen Maroney, screenplay by Mark L. Smith, directed by George Clooney, and based on a book, Good Morning Midnight, by Lily Brooks Dalton. This film is it's a bit of a nothing burger, really. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. Kind of, I came away from it thinking, all right, that was fine. It's very pretty. There's a trend recently of films set in space that look amazing. Obviously, the big one recently was Interstellar. There was the Brad Pitt one last year, Ad Astra, and a little while ago, but still, I feel in the same genre of really good-looking space films from recent times, Gravity, that was released back in 2013. And this film is looking incredible, not just in space, but on Earth. The premise of this film is George Clooney's character is a scientist on a research base in the Arctic, trying to send a message to the last humans in the universe after some this unexplained event where the Earth is becoming uninhabitable. He's got to go from A to B to send a message into space, and the scenes in the Arctic are very beautiful. They're always looking at the stars, because that's the point of this film, which is very well shot, and the scenes in space look brilliant. The cinematography and the editing in this film is amazing, and there is a scene which I don't really want to spoil, but where someone dies I've never quite seen anything on film like it. The way it's done is incredible, and made me step back and think, wow, that's amazing. I'd really like to elaborate on that scene more, but seeing as this film was released in the last month, I don't really want to spoil it. So if a nothing burger contains 2 slices of bread, one slice is the scene and how beautiful the film is. So that's there. And then you've got the acting. The acting is great. George Clooney is George Clooney. George Clooney knows how to do his job, and he does it very well. You also have Felicity Jones there up on the spaceship acting her socks off alongside the rest of the crew. David Oyelowo is there on the ship, as is the child actor who essentially doesn't speak through the film. She has one line in it, and through the rest of it is silent, and just is phenomenal to watch. So you have this beautiful film and this great acting, and the script is fine, but I came away from it thinking, that was all right. The film doesn't seem to have a message. It's a lot of people who are very isolated, and yet you don't feel the isolation of space or the Arctic. Maybe that's just because where I am at the moment, in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm feeling isolated. I see something on film that should look isolating, and it's really not. The people in space don't. There are scenes where they try to make them feel far from home, but it doesn't feel like it, and the character up in the Arctic doesn't feel isolated as well. Or maybe I was looking for humanity prevails as an idea in this, and again, that doesn't really stick through the film. There's a half love story in there, but that peters out and feels a bit pointless. Kind of every thematic thread that went through just kind of peters out, and by the end of it, I just felt nothing really. So it's a very beautiful film. It's a very well acted film, but there's no meat in the middle. There's no filling in this film that makes me want to go back and watch it again. That said, if you have Netflix, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original, and you have a free evening, switch off the lights, get your room as dark as possible. You need your lights off to see this film the best, and have a watch of this if you want to see something very pretty. Reasonably worth a watch. Also, I just wanted to point out the actor they get to play young George Clooney. Why does he look better than an actual young George Clooney? That's a question this film raises. And everything looked 3D printed. That's a pretty cool design touch in the film.